And I'm live again. Hello, McFly. Check, check. Check 1, 2. All right. Another impromptu live soldering session. Because why the heck not? Hopefully everything's working. There we go. Hey, it showed up this time, straight away. Okay. Top chat, live chat, all sorts of chat, pop out chat. There we go. Da-da. Hello underscore. Yep. Checkity doodah. Check, check, check. I assume the audio is good. Somebody said turn it up, yeah, but I am at 100% already on both the Windows setting. I could use another mic, but whatever. I think it's good enough. Just turn your volume up. Guatemala. Wow. Disrupting work, sorry. All right, I'm back into it. Let me tweet. I'm gonna tweet. Oh, I gotta log in. Ah. Never. Go away. All right. Just tweeting that I'm live. Yep, there we go. That'll do. All right. Where's my chat gone? There we go. In like Flynn. More soldering, yes. It's loud enough, good. All right. Just have to talk louder. All right, so I'm back on this. Back to the future, but look at this advanced technology that I've got now. I'll show you. I've got, ta-da, look what I made. I made a little fume extractor. So I had these ancient ones. I can't touch it, otherwise all the black stuff falls everywhere. Anyway, one of these carbon filters. I just had a 120mm fan I got out of my fan box. And, yeah, don't move it, Dave. And I put it there. So if I put it right there, let's actually have a look and see how effective this thing is, shall we? And it wobbles a bit. It's not the best fan. And I just hooked up a USB thing to it, so it's a 12-volt fan, but 5 volts. So just got a little pack here. It still works at 5 volts, and it gives more than enough suction. Watch this. All right. Starting up. You should barely be able to hear that. In fact, my filtration system, which is right next to me, my big one, my Blue Air filtration system, it's louder than this thing. So let me know if you can hear that. So watch this. Watch it. Like let's put it a fair bit away. Okay, so it's 12-volt fan running at 5 volts. Don't know where I got it from. It was just, you know, a teardown thing. It was just in my junk. And it was in my junk box. Because I have a box of Boxo fans. It was only 100. So let's go, like, I'm a good 20 centimeters away from that now. Let's give it a whirl. Look at that. Look at that. Almost. Probably has to be good 15 centimeters. And that I can still smell it. Okay, it gets most of it. It's not. Alright. I think I need to. Yeah, I think I need to close that end there off. It's not the best, but it does actually suck it straight across. Maybe I need to put a couple of filters on there. Unfortunately, this corner here is broken off. So, the cable tie. Let me just get another cable tie. Yeah, because I think it's all escaping up through the top there. So maybe if I put that in place like that. There we go. There we go. All right, so I got myself a fairly quiet fan, so that's good, is it not? All right. Why is that on an angle? There we go. That's better. No. There we go. No, still on a dodgy angle, isn't it? All right. It's bugging me now. But that's not straight. There we go. That'll do. All right. Bit overexposed on my face. Yeah, I got two. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I got lights aren't set up here. I don't care. It's better. I got a box outside the window there. I got one literally right next to me. I'm touching it right here. I'm wiggling it. That's the studio light just bouncing off the wall back down here. There's another one up there. Anyway, all right. Soldering. So that fan will do. Little do-it-yourself filter jobby. Bring that in like that. There we go. All right, what do we got? 279. Not as many peeps as yesterday. Goes, oh, it's just soldering again. Who wants to see that rubbish? All right, what do we got? We got a 132. Sorry, is there a 138? That's a 132. Where's the 132? Or it's HCT 32. Duh. There it is. I thought it was a 1. All right. Let's go. Back to the 0.9mm solder. It's harder to get more consistent control on that. Geez, the tips on these pacers, they tarnish pretty quick. I get my steel wool there. There we go. All right. Hold your breath, makes you fast and efficient. All right. Oh yeah, got that in the right way because I goofed up. Goofed up yesterday, got the chippy in the wrong way. These will be 273s, I believe, because there's 3 of them. And there's 3 of them left here. 1, 2, 3. So I don't even need to look at those. Yeah, they are 273s. I think every single part on here is TI. Don't know why How many companies are making TTL these days? Does anyone know? Lima, Peru. Start your own soldering ASMR channel. Are you saying I'm too low? The audio's too low? Is that, just turn the volume up at your end. I mean, it's not rocket science. What am I rocking? I'm rocking a Pace ADS 200. Rather like it. It's not too shabby. right. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here we go. You can see that, can't you? Yeah, you can see that. Okay. Where are they? Over there. Gigatron Beowulf cluster. Right. Yeah, I'm going to have three? Yeah, three. Because I got the original one. Plus I've got the double-sided one, the four-layer one I built. Plus, whoa, something just switched off on my monitors. Bloody screensaver. Don't need screensavers anymore. We're not using CRTs. Back in the day, I published a project. Was it Electronics Australia? Was it Electronics Today International? I can't remember. Anyway, published a little thing that was a hardware screensaver. Hardware screensaver. It I can't remember the year it was. Anyway, it tapped into the what was it? The port. Someone will tell me there was a port on the top of EGA or CGA or EGA cards, the Eagle graphics adapter. There was a connector on top, and you could access that. It was a card edge connector on top. Someone will tell me. I missed a spot. No, I didn't. And you could actually, I can't remember how you blanked the screen from that, but it was basically just a timer. I'm not sure if I used a 555 or like a really long time timer that you could set in hardware, and it would disable the pin. You could get power from the pin and everything. So it was a little box, little dongle that you actually plugged into the was it the Visa connector? I can't remember. But yeah, that was cool. So if your computer crashed, your screensaver would still work. Use flux. Of course, this is like multi-core flux. This is like five core flux. Doesn't tell you. Yeah, 5 core flux. There's 5 cores of flux in this baby. All right. Geez, the joints look variable, don't they? And they are. I mean, when you get light shining off them at the right angle, some of them look dull, some of them look shiny. Yeah, it's that lead-free rubbish. All right. What do we got here? Did anyone... Visa feature connector. Yes, I was right. It was the Visa. It was the Visa feature connector. Yep, I had it right. Thank you, Electron Ash. Yep. The Visa feature connector. And I can't remember how, but there was some way I was able to force the screen to blank through that Visa feature connector. Jeez. Really don't remember details. I mean, it's 25 years ago or something. A long time ago, galaxy far, far away. 138. 138, 138. Boom. Yes, the Visa feature connector. What cards was that on? Was that like up to VGA cards or what? Does anyone know? No, you can do drag soldering for through-hole. I've shown that in a previous thing. I don't necessarily like doing it. I much prefer just doing the individual joints because it's much more satisfying. Tell you what, this fan is working a treat. silent. Yeah, there's heaps of solder on that, don't worry. And it's, I'll put a bit more on. People complain. Alright. And, yeah, that one's got heaps. So it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it, but trust me, that's got plenty of solder on it. And it's all the way. It's just doesn't quite have a fillet on the top, but it's all the way down the hole, and it's hunky-dory. So yeah, okay, I'll use a bit less solder now. I'll try and it's not as consistent with the 0.9, I'm telling you. But it's quicker. And sometimes it flows down the hole and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, angle of light makes it look a bit how you doing. Geez, what, you don't have a chisel tip? Focus is still bad. What? Focus on the camera? Focus is bad on the camera. EMF comparison. Yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, this is a 4-layer board with the ground planes on the outside. So I'm going to go back and redo the other ones plus add this one as like a as a 3-way comparison. Nothing better than a 3-way. All right. They're all done. There's an art to roll in dip chips. Okay, that'll be a 240, will it? Yep, that's a 240. Ah, a couple up there. Haven't done yet. They must be buried away in the box. I've put them all in the correct, yep. Thank you, Marky Bay. Looks like a bit how you're doing on the soldering balls. Yes, I know. They're actually not as bad as they look. They're it looks worse on camera. Trust me, in real life here, they're actually fine. There's no actual balls. I.e. a ball by that definition. Like there's a difference between a solder ball on a joint and like just having and just applying too much. Like a dry joint ball is like a different thing. Like it hasn't taken to the pad, so it like forms a ball on top, and that's very different to just simply having too much solder on the pad. So there's a one's a good joint. One's still a joint. If you put too much solder on the joint, it can still be a fine joint. No problem. There goes a stupid screensaver again. All right. USB connector. Want some chippies? No? No? Oh, there's the SRAM. It's lucky I bought 3 sets of this. Maybe I did have it in mind. And I was going to do this. That's Gonski. It's Gonski. What the heck are those doing in the box? Must have got those in a mail bag or something. Don't know what they're doing in here. Alright, I'm coming up short here on the chips. Got an SRAM socket. It's an extra ROM. Didn't need that. Oh, there they are. There they are, buried down under the corrugated cardboard of the DigiKey thing. Cool. What's this, an 04? Alright, 595. Love the 595. Oh, that's an 04. And by deduction, this has to be the 595. I like it when you get exact parts of everything, like you order a kit from DigiKey or Mouser or whoever, Farnell's, and you just get a complete kit of stuff, and you know you've got the exact right number and blah blah. It's really good. Okay. A little bit more, a little bit more. Don't need it. Shouldn't fuss. And of course the thermal properties of these pads will be different. Depends if it's got like thermal relieves, if it's a power pin or whatever. And then the pins can be bent in different orientations, so your solder might flow differently for a given amount of time on the joint. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Okay. There we go. Once again, some of them look really flat, like there's nothing in there, but trust me, there is. There we go. See, it looks more consistent when you get it at that angle, right? When you have a light like that, it looks vastly more consistent. Lights are tricky business. Solder joints, dry as a dead dingo's donga. That's it. Okay, SRAM. Yeah, in Australia it's either dry as a bone or it's dry as a dead dingo's donga. Take your pick. In fact, our dam level just dropped below 50% here in Sydney. The D-cell plant's working overtime. And yeah, that's the trigger point, I believe, like 50% dam is okay. I definitely got that in the right way. Yeah, because nobody spotted my back to front chip last night. Thank you very much. I had to spot it myself. I always make life pleasant. Thank you very much, Rich. Okay. I don't think... Hang on. Just wondering if I used a socket for the SRAM last time. Oh, that'd be annoying. Yep, my worst fear. It's come true. Okay. Yep, I got to desolder that because there is a socket. Yep. No. Hang on. There we go. I've actually got a socket. Oh. And I've got to have it consistent, because then all the commenters will complain that, oh, that board doesn't match. Of course the EMC doesn't match because you don't have a socket for your SRAM. And they're right, because it changes the loop area of every single pin on that SRAM. That it can matter. It's not going to matter a lot. Like half a bee's dick or something. But still, have to get it right. Oh, that's annoying, because then I got the socket. Oh, the pins will be okay. The pins will be okay. The solder hasn't flown through to the other side there, so there's only going to be solder on like the lower half of the pins and it's a dual wipe one, which is better because then you'll have if it was a machine pin one like this, you might have a harder time getting the pins in if they got like solder on them. So is this thing warmed up? You can't see this LCD at this angle. It's up to 300. Okay. This is my Rhino tool ZD985. Cheapest chips. Works, for the amount of desoldering I do. Like, if I was doing a lot of repair work, a lot of desoldering, then of course you'd get a better one. But this has been pretty good. Can't complain. A little wiggle, 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 yeah. Oh, that didn't come off. Yeah, I goofed up the first one. I think it was still not warm enough. How many people we got? 479 peeps watching. Not as many as last night. Guess word got around that soldering's not that interesting. Yes, I've desoldered a 64-pin chip. Are these desoldering guns reliable? Soldering guns? This is a desoldering gun. I need a bit of... You have to maintain them, of course. Got to make sure when you finish with it, you can hear the air like here. Yeah, you can hear it like sucking through, so you know it's clean. Or you get the your little get your little cleaner thing and give it a little wiggle, 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 yeah, just to keep the solder out of there. And she's good to switch off. And then you've got to change the, you've got to clean the I haven't cleaned. You can't see through that one. Anyway, you can take out that and all the solder will come out. So, okay. Right, so I've got to try and get this SRAM out now. Just want to wiggle it back and forth a bit, just to break any solder. Because on the top, when you've got pads on the top, solder will get like stuck on the top bits of the pin, and you've just got to like break it away. It's just, you know, it's just how it works. And if you're not careful, if you don't do that, you can lift the pin off the top of the board, the pad, sorry. You can lift the pad off the top. But there we go. Beautiful. It's like a bought one, right? And you can probably see there's certainly solder on those pins, but not enough. See, it might be in that like that one there, that third one for example, has got some more solder than the others. So that might be an issue if you try and plug it into the machine pin version. But because we've got one of these dual wipe ones, then yeah, it's no worries. So, all right. Back to it. All right. This should be quicker because we're already tinned those pads. Screaming. Wow, look at that. Sweet. Bloody screensaver again. There we go. All right. Winner, chicken dinner. Dual wipe for the win, you think? I do like my machine pins. Yeah, often pays to add fresh solder before desoldering. Yep. Socket is not as high as the other chips. The socket's actually higher. That's why if I put it down like that, the board's now wobbling. Got a wobble on it now, but all the chips are in, so that's fine. Yeah, all right. Well. Capacitors and and diodes. Let's put the diodes in, shall we? Oh, fan. Don't stick your finger in the fan, Dave. All right. Got some diodes. And once again, there's an art to bend in these. If you've got to bend them to, either you've got to bend them to 0.4 or 0.3. So there's an art to, I do deem that to be 0.3 inch. None of that metric rubbish. And straight in. Bob's your uncle, look at that. Like I bought one. Gonna have to bend the pins on the other side here. This is where a frame would have come in handy. Oh, that's right. I got to end-on diodes. That's right. Got to put the stupid end-on diodes. Wow. Yeah. It's annoying. There any more flatties? No, I think that's it. I'll just get those out of the way. Okay. Snippety doodah. And of course, when you get in here like this, never cut flush like that. Go in there flush and then just tilt it like that. Just a smidge, and that will prevent cracking of the joint. And always hold on to the pins because they fly away. Thank you, Heinrich. Have a VB later. I don't drink, but I'll go get myself a smoothie. Thank you. Mrs. EEVblog didn't make me lunch today. She doesn't make me lunch on Saturdays. And, right, now I can... Right, I'll just go get the sample board. That's the easiest way rather than... Okay. Yeah, see, like, okay. So the cathode goes to the square. Cathode goes to the square pin. So the anode goes to... Oh, it's got a... Oh, it's actually got a little diode symbol on there. There you go. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and they're all facing the same direction, actually. All of them are facing the same direction, which is nice. Nice, nice, nice. This board, this layout's very consistent in terms of chip orientation and everything. I like it. It's good. Alright, so... Alright, sorry, I'll do this off. It's not the world's best. How else does one calm his hands for SMD soldering without alcohol or diazepam? Diazepam? What's diazepam? I don't know. I just like so rarely take any form of medicine or drugs. Practically have to have a limb falling off to have that happen. I don't know what diazepam is. I've heard of it. They might call it something different here in Australia. Is that a Yankee term? No, I don't need anything to, because I don't drink. Don't drink alcohol. I don't drink coffee. Don't drink tea. I'm a social outcast. And, knee operation? What? Or no, I didn't take any drugs after the knee operation. I didn't take it. They gave me a bunch, but I didn't take any of it. Didn't need it. That's because I was talking to the surgeon afterwards, and I goofed it up in the video. If you watch my knee surgery video, highly recommended, by the way, compelling viewing. There's this point where he gets this huge, big needle, syringe thing, like giant syringe thing, and he's pumping something into my knee. And I thought, like, I put an overlay, and I guess that he was, like, I don't know, washing it out, cleaning it out or something. And next time I went in to see him, he'd seen my video, and he went, you got a lot wrong. Yeah, no kidding. Yes, I had a knee operation. Go and watch my, probably on EEVblog 2. You can see all about it. You can watch my knee surgery. And he said, oh no, that wasn't cleaning out the knee, you know, making sure it's all clean before they like stitch it all up. That was me pumping in a whole bunch of local anesthetic. So they pump in after they're all done, they pump in local anesthetic into your knee before they stitch you all up. And oh, there might be a cleaning step in there as well, I don't know, but oh no, they're actually cleaning as they go, as they're drilling through, and they're anyway. Yeah, that was actually pumping in a ton of local anesthetic. That's why my that's why my knee didn't hurt. That's why I couldn't feel a thing for days afterwards, because it was all just local anesthetic, and like I didn't need any drugs at all. It's great. Actually, if somebody sees me make a mistake in this, don't tell me, because I'd love to be able to. I'd love for this not to work, and I have to troubleshoot it. That'd be fun. That'd be an extra value video. Maybe I can just goof up. I can deliberately goose something and then track it down. I should get someone to do that. I should get like someone to like take a board like this and then just like randomly like cut a trace or something, you know, and then I've got to, or you know, blow apart or something like that, and I've got to track it down. That'd be fun. It's cheating, you know. It's not a real fault, but yeah, you know. But there'd be an art to that. There'd be an art to knowing what to break so that it gave symptoms, you know, that not easy to find, that pointed towards something else or something. So probably not as easy as you think. The weirdest, I never get lucky in repair. No, I got lucky once in a repair video where it was a really interesting one. That was the old HP oscilloscope, where it turned out to be a thermal internal fault in a diode bridge. Or was it a diode? I think it was, maybe it was a diode bridge or something. And that was really interesting. And I was lucky to capture that. Like, I could have gone, like, easily overlooked that fault and went down the rabbit hole, but I didn't. And I thought that was a really good video, tracing that down. That was an really interesting fault, you know, to get like a thermal crack as the product warmed up. The diode bridge would heat up and then it'd die. That was a real interesting fault. That one, I was very pleased that I found something interesting. Alright, I think I'm done on my diodes. I think my diodes are all done. I'm not going to bend the legs. What I'm going to do is just flippity doodah, like that. Flippity day. And maybe like that. They won't all be even, like some of them are leaning over. How you doing? I don't care, like, you know, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's what you get for designing stuff with vertical diodes with rather large holes compared to the size of the pins on a diode. If you're wondering why I call it a diode, it's because that's what I called it as a kid. You know, when I was like, I don't know, 8 or something, and I had no idea. I had no reference material. It's not like it's not like I could watch YouTube videos and see how other people pronounce diode, right? So all I had was like the spelling in the on the schematics and in the articles and stuff that I was reading, and I didn't know anyone else into electronics, so, you know, and didn't even think to ask my parents. Not that I ever talked to my parents about my electronics. As long as I stayed in my shed and worked on it, they were happy. And yeah, so I called them diodes for a lot of years until I can't remember when I first realised I was saying it wrong. But yep, diode. A lot of people take it for granted now, the interwebs, and watching YouTube videos and whatever, you know. And back then, it was just all you had were the magazines. Okay, yeah, these are... Sometimes you gotta get some weird angles to get through these pins. Go away, Mr. Screensaver. I'm going to disable that in a minute. It's bugging me. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments at the moment. I haven't read the comments much at all. Okay. Yeah, this little fan's working well. Pretty impressed. Not sure how good the carbon filter is on there. I'm not sure where I got these carbon filters from. They're really old. They're like crumbling. If I touch it, it like it'll crumble apart. Oh, there's another one. I think I missed one. Think I got them all. And yeah, I missed one. All right. Oakley dokley. Yep, it's an ADS 200. Oh yeah, you can buy it from T Equipment, can you? Yeah, I think it's, what is it, 5% discount for the EEV? I don't know what the... I don't know the coupon code, sorry, offhand. But yeah, T Equipment do give you like a 5% discount off anything on the store. So that's handy. They're already got pretty good prices. So... Of course, it's really only for Yanks. I'm not sure. I think T Equipment do ship. I think I go to the website and it says can now ship to Australia or something, or can now ship overseas. But I don't know how competitive the prices would be with shipping and whatnot, and the various exchange rates. Yeah, it's not a bad iron, the ADS 200. Not going to write home to my mum about it, but it's pretty good. You know, as a direct heat. No, it's not a direct heat iron, is it? No, it's a yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, it uses the cartridge tips. Yeah. Of course it does. There, uses the cartridge tips, and they come in two. I think they come in two types. These are the higher thermal mass. The ones with the larger ceramic element there are the higher mass ones, and these ones are the lower mass. There's two different types. Costs more, I think, for the higher mass types, but of course you want the high mass type. Might have to get a Met cow for big jobs. Because my JBC's okay for big jobs, but still, you know, it's not going to do as good a job as a Met cow if I have to, you know, take apart a metal can and desolder a metal can or something like that. But Met cows are expensive. Second-hand ones pretty rare, especially here. The component leads magnetic. No, they're not. They're tin-plated copper. Okay, and by the way, pro tip, always keep the pintails, as they're called. Some people call them pigtails, but pintails. Always keep a drawer full of these because they make great 0-ohm jumper links. Real handy. Right, so I think I got all those. Rest of resistors and crap ton of bypass caps. And your odd crystal and your connectors and whatnot, LEDs. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's no diodes in this part, is there? No, I got those ones there. No, capacitor. Capacitator. Or condenser. For you condenser fanboys. What temperature am I using? Currently set to, oh, it's on sleep. Currently set to 370. Thought there was someone at the door. No. There's no one in the building. I'm the only one dumb enough to be here today. Yeah, like a Met cow iron's like over $1,000 here or something. Crazy. All right. Capacitors, I guess. Here, another. There's a bunch of other stuff in this box. I don't know why. I guess in the lab move, or the lab clean up from the flood, we've got your resistor array. Oh, they're the little 27 puff ones or something for the crystal. Where the heck are all the... Ah! Already got the caps out. Alright. Anyway, there's some resistor arrays, 2.2K. Are they all 2.2K? Alright. There we go. And these ones are common, so you've got to get the pin 1 correct. They're common because it's got an odd number of pins. So one of them is a common, and then you've got four resistors in the one package. If it was an even number of pins, you'd know it's probably individual resistors, or most likely individual resistors. And of course they use these as pull-ups for your diode gates, diode OR gates, just like that AND gate there. You know, that's nice that they do it like that, but they don't do it down here. Maybe they just, you know, like ran out of space and whatnot, which is fine. Loved Reboot. What's Reboot? Full-time YouTuber, Nan Vortex? Nam Vortex? Never heard of Nam Vortex. What does Nam Vortex do? Hexadecimal. I don't... What is Reboot? Someone tell me. 120 pounds for a Met cow. This is Nam Vortex. Oh, okay, right. Nam Vortex asked, what's my day job? This is my day job. YouTube. I've been full-time YouTube for like 8.5 years now. Jeez, you get less for murder. CGI cartoon made with SGI rigs back in the day. Okay, right. Yeah, Denny. It's why you like that I do heat capacity tests. Yeah, well, that's the only... Like, how else can you test the difference between ions if you don't do the heat capacity test? And I had... Was it Pace? Was it Pace or was it... Yeah, because Pace advertised this. Well, no, they didn't know. So, well, yeah, they kind of did. Pace advertised this ADS 200 as industry-leading thermal performance, right? And then somebody on the EEVblog forum, there's a huge thread, started out that somebody called this a JBC killer, or, JBC killer question mark. They wanted to know if this was a JBC killer or not. So in my review video of this, I compared its thermal performance to the JBC, and it's not as good, obviously. And Pace actually complained. They said, hey, look, this is an unfair comparison. Well, you did put on your data sheet that this is unmatched thermal performance, and I compared it rightly. The JBC was more expensive, fair enough. But, it's the only way to do it. And then they complain, oh, you shouldn't be testing thermal performance like that. Well, I asked them, how else do you do it? The way I test for thermal performance is on a copper-clad board. I turn the temperature right down until it can just melt that copper-clad board, right? So right on the board, at what temperature does it melt on that copper-clad board? And, it might be 270 degrees or something, for example. And if another ion does it at 260 degrees or 250 degrees, then that's a better capacity thermal ion, right? And there's just no other way to do it. You can't test them. You can't whack it up like I've got now at 370 degrees. Every ion at 370 degrees worth its salt is going to give you a result on a copper-clad board. You can't see the difference. You've got to wind that temperature right down. And Pace complained, very wrongly, and I told him so, that, oh, you shouldn't be soldering at such lower temperature. Well, you tell me how I can test the thermal performance difference between ions, how I can compare them. And they didn't reply. They didn't have a reply to it. So by that, they grudgingly admitted that my test was the only valid way to compare thermal performance between ions, because they have no better way to do it themselves. So, yeah, sucked in Pace. And, yep. That was funny. All right. There's another one. That one's a 6. Oh, no, 245. There's another one up there. Oh, here we go. Yep. There's one left. So, yeah. Yeah, comparing thermal... Like, it doesn't... But once again, like, it doesn't matter a huge amount if you're, soldering things at 370 or whatever, right? It doesn't matter, but if you do actually want to compare ions, then that's, you have to do it somehow. And you do it at the point of failure. You can't compare where they're both, It's like, who's got the fastest car when you're reviewing cars or something, right? Who's right? You've got to do like an acceleration test, or you've got to, do that. You can't just drive them both at 100 kilometers an hour and go, oh, look, they both go to 100 kilometers an hour. It's just silly. So, anyway, there's a bigger one up there. All right. Capacitors. But is it worth it? JBC's overpriced, but JBC's are good quality ions. Yep. So, some people, you've got to do your own research. There's no one best iron for everyone and everything. That's just, that just doesn't exist. But no, JBC's are really good irons. Really great performance. And, but yeah, they're not cheap. If you're after a cheaper solution, well, you don't buy a JBC, do you? But as far as the direct heat irons in the $200 class goes, this Pace ADS 200 is right up there. It's pretty good. I love the aluminium case, and I love how There it is. I love how it's got the aluminium extrusion, so you can put in like hangers in here. They should actually supply them, but you can put in like hangers and hang them like mounted under your bench. Like, you know, it's just got the T-slot railings. That's what it's called, yeah. And yeah, I just love that. And you can mount it under the bench, and I'm going to do that to this one. I've just got to get my benches back in order after I just had to move my benches again, because they came in and they replaced the glass here. So, yeah, this room was starting to get set up again, and they just came in and, yep. Oh, we want to replace the cracked glass. And, okay, well, yep. Alright. Bit like Tim Cook. I look like Tim Cook, do I? Oh, I can see why. Maybe with the glasses. Tim Cook the chef. Is there a chef called Tim Cook? Probably. I don't know. Of course, we don't need all these capacitors, but the whole point is I'm going to do apples to apples comparison. So I'm going to put the caps in. Done a whole video on that. That was a really good video. I really enjoyed that months in video where I removed all the caps until it stopped working. I thought that was great. I actually love this series that I'm doing. This board is like perfect example for doing these like EMC comparisons, for doing months in and stuff like that. I just love it. And I don't want to brag, but like I don't think anyone else has done anything close to those sort of you know, direct EMC comparisons like I'm doing here with these. I haven't seen that information anywhere. Like, you know, because you've got to go to a fair bit of effort to, you know, assemble different design boards, to design and build these different design boards to, you know, do the ABC, in this case ABC comparisons, and with the, you know, ground planes in the middle, ground planes on the outside, no ground planes, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's I think it's really quite unique, valuable information. I think it got a decent number of views too. One thing that really kind of, you know, it'll irk any YouTuber, any content producer, is you produce a good video. You know, you think it's really valuable information, and it's really good, you know, and it doesn't get many views. It's like, you know, whereas some other video you do, which you know, you didn't put any effort into, and I don't know, you were just mucking around, and it gets, you know, 1 million views or something. It's, yeah. Oh well, it's the life of a YouTuber. If you can't handle that, you'll go insane. $4.35 in Germany. Yeah, it would be. Damaged some leads after soldering on the board because of wrong temperature. Yeah, you got to be careful. Especially doing SMD rework, you know. You can actually lift. You can actually lift pads. No, wrong caps. Oh yeah, because there's not much glue holding those pads down to the fiberglass, and you heat them up, and especially if you get poor quality boards, they can they don't handle the heat as well, and yeah, that can be a real problem. I love these bent pin cap, like they just go in the holes and they just sit there, they don't fall out. I can turn this board upside down, and it's just got a little bit of outward friction there to keep them in, so I can like flip that upside down and they don't fall out. I don't need to bend the pins. Very nice. Yep, they're all bypass caps. So it doesn't matter which way they go in. And as I've shown in a video, you don't need them all. In fact, you don't need any bypass caps on this board to make it work. Which is a fascinating subject. You could do a PhD thesis on analysing board bypassing. Seriously, it's one at the top. Yeah, you haven't lost a pad with 290. Yeah, you wouldn't lose it with 290. 290 is about as low as you want to go, really. C6 up here. C5. Oh, did I pull out the exact number of caps? Did I? Did I? Of course I did. Because I'm an assembly god. Boss level assembly skills. I pulled out the exact number of caps from the packet that I needed. It's just, it's the force. It's using the force. You are all not worthy. I love it when stuff like that happens. It's like, you know, it just gives you that nice little warm fuzzy. For those who don't know, that is the tune that I whistle when it's sped up in my teardowns. Occasionally, haven't done that for a while. Whistled in a speed up, a teardown speed up. Often you can't be fussy with the joints that you do in these situations with all these leads in the way, because you're not exactly optimal. What's the time, by the way? Feeling a bit hungry. Yeah, 12:41. Thought so. Sorry, somebody asked me... Please ask me something in the comments. I have something to talk about while I'm doing this rather tedious work. Shoot me a question or opinion so I can just rant for a couple of minutes. I shall look in 30 seconds. I'm fine. Stephen F. in Hawkinson. Yeah, they can. Yeah, the ground planes can suck the heat out. Song request, Power of Love. You don't want me to sing, trust me. This is my real job. Reincarnation, no such thing, dude. If it makes you sleep better at night, believe any delusion you like. Kamagutsa. What's the origin of the term? How's it spelled? Kamagutsa. It's like cum-a-gutsa, or just kamagutsa. 3 words. The A is separate. Opinion on weed. I don't have any opinion on weed. Should be legal. Cigarettes are legal. Why can't weed be legal? Just tax it to buggery. I mean, you know, yeah, soldering's therapeutic. I agree. No, I've never worked on airplane electronics. I've worked on army stuff. Favorite arcade game? Oh, Galaga maybe? I don't know. Yeah, solder. Yeah, Solar's worth it. Yep. Microsupply development, long and tedious. Old dart, not old dirt. Yep, the old dart. That's what Australians call England. What's your take on? Oh, silver solder. I've got some silver loaded solder here. It's good. It's like because silver will leach out of. There's silver in like SMD parts, and they can leach out and stuff. So yeah, no, I don't know Russell Crowe. Think Australia's a small place. Yeah, everyone knows everyone. Yeah, it's full A version. Yep. No, YouTube's not my second job. Any plans for high res thermal IR cores? Any plan? No. Got any tips for soldering? Oh, just watch my last live video and this one and my 3 soldering tutorial videos. Dude, I linked the Tesla solar panel thing. Go to my video and look in the description, and I think I linked to another video which explains why Tesla are at fault for this. It's really bad. No, they're not technically Tesla panels, they're Solar City panels, but I mean, Elon Musk has always had a part ownership in Solar City. It's formed by his cousin. And so, you know, anyway, Tesla's bad. They're really bad. Favorite 8-bit computer? Oh God, I don't know. Open pick and place. Pick and place is like, no, you've got to have a very specific need for pick and place. It's not for everyone. You need a very specific. There's a very narrow window of usability for your own pick and place machine. Really. Favorite class in university? Jesus, I don't know. I don't know. Don't think I liked any of them. Well, you cut it out. How do you remove an RFID chip under the skin? You cut it out. Get a scalpel. There you go. Just get one of these babies. Go for it. Put a bit of spit on it. She'll be right. I don't like the Weller irons. No, JBC all the way with LBJ. No, I don't know the Drain Addict. I was in that YouTube. Someone linked to that YouTube channel once. I think I did watch one of the videos. Seriously, you're asking me about solar roadways? Oh, my mouse is frozen. Oh no, it's back. It's back. Dave liked gender studies. Oh God, don't give me bloody gender studies. Wow, man. Any university that has gender studies should be like publicly defunded. Shouldn't get any tax dollars. What a waste of a degree. Jesus. Engineering computations. Good on you, Tom. I've done a video on how to be a freelancer, haven't I? Oh yeah, I still enjoy coding. No, well yeah, in a telecommunications company. I work for Pacific Communications. That was my first job. They weren't really telecoms. They were more, they were into the security side of things, camera switching systems, video switching systems. That was my first job. Favorite outdoor activity, canyoning. I can't get can't get anything done here while I'm reading comments. Chris Gamble's eyes really as blue as they look on camera. He always looks like a Freeman from the old Dune movie. Yeah, his eyes are really quite blue, but yeah, you've got to get it in a certain light. But yeah, they are very blue. They are very blue indeed. Will I ever give Chris the last word? Are you kidding? Chris always gets the last word these days. No, I haven't heard of the Joe cell. Yes, water goes clockwise. It goes counterclockwise in Australia. Drain Addict is a new star, is he? I'm using a soldering station. No, I was never into Nintendo or Sega. Didn't own one, didn't know anyone who had one. What's my thought on Brexit? What are my preferred gender pronouns? My preferred gender pronouns are piss off. That's what my preferred gender pronouns are. Geez, like, seriously, avoid anyone on Twitter who puts their gender pronouns in their profile. Just like, you just know to avoid those people. Just like nothing good is gonna come from that. The blue checkmark brigade. Their preferred pronouns. Unbelievable. All those idiots are going to look back in 20 years' time and go, why the hell did I do all that shit? Anyway, my thoughts on Brexit. Sorry, I'll just pick a thing and finish this, because otherwise I won't get it done. Brexit, yes. I think they should leave. I think Brexit's, whether it's a good or bad idea, only time will tell. I think it's probably a good idea. I don't like the idea of an unelected EU governing who you are. That sounds pretty shitty to me. So yeah, I think Brexit. I'm not against Brexit, and people voted for it, so just do it. Like we want another referendum. Piss off. You had your frickin' referendum. You agreed on the rules. You agreed on if you wanted that, you should have had like a 60% target or something like that. But no, dickheads thought they were going to win. They thought they were going to breeze it in, and they were going to, all the Remainers, they thought everyone would vote for it. And then they had a big hissy fit when they lost. And it wouldn't have been the other way around. I tell you what, I reckon that if the Remainers won, the pro-Brexit people wouldn't have kicked up the same stink. Like, oh, well, okay, no, it's different circumstances, because if they voted to remain, then nothing happens and the whole thing dies out. Okay, fair enough. Didn't think about that, but yeah, just go ahead and do it. You voted for it, just do it. It's not a bad thing. Your country's not going to collapse. Jesus. You might even be better off. And yeah, I think, yeah, to be able to control your own sovereign country, that's a bloody good thing. I don't like the idea of, there's some good things about the European Union, perhaps. But, oh, yeah, that's a bit how you doing. Alright, there we go. There my, that's, my Exolite, made in the US, falling apart. Is that a metaphor? Like, is that an omen that the US is falling apart? Anyway, the US is going to win the trade war against China. China's in. China, yep. China's going to lose. Because everything, like, seriously, like, this, like, all the other country, like, US is going, well, we won't buy shit from China anymore. We'll just get our cheap stuff from another country. So all the other countries, me. Like, Vietnam is, you know, a lot of stuff's moving to Vietnam now. It's no coincidence that I think our Prime Minister is there at the moment, or was there, like, recently. First time ever in like 30 or 40 years that Australian Prime Minister's been to Vietnam. And, yeah, things are happening there in other countries, you know, India and Malaysia and, you know, other places. US can get their cheap shit. You know, it's not that hard to up and move your stuff out of China. It's quite a big exodus from getting stuff manufactured in China now. So China better watch what they're doing, because I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win. Oh, that was my hand on the fan. So, has the comment feed blown up? All the remainers have gone ballistic. Their heads have exploded. No, I think it's a bloody. I think it's going to be a good thing. When I think Boris should get it, just do it, leave, deal. I don't know the intricacies of the deal versus no deal thing, but who cares? Just leave, just freaking leave. Like, you can always set up your trade deals in any country. You know, England's a freaking huge economy. Massive market, and of course countries are like the US and Australia and others is going to bend over backwards to do deals like that. If, you know, with England, why wouldn't they? It's just to think that you're going to leave and you're going to lose all this business is bullshit. You know, there might be a little short-term problem, but yeah, I don't like. Anyway, people voted for it, so just do it. Like, yep. I think it'll turn out to be a good thing, assuming that they go. They should. Boris will probably get the job done, maybe. I don't know, but yeah. There's a big to-do at the moment, isn't there? The British foreign secretary, who's the immigration minister or something, like, I don't know. She just came out and said that that they're going to, right, you won't be able to free move after October something date that they're doing the hard Brexit thing, deal or no deal Brexit, you won't be able to come into the UK anymore. Like, you can't just wander in. You'll have to actually, you know, you'll have to get a visa or whatever to come in. And, well, that's how it bloody well should be. Although Europe is a, you know, I guess it's because all the countries are basically, you know, geez, you could spend a day, you could drive for a day and go through 5 or 10 countries, couldn't you? It's like, it's nuts. Yeah. Capacitor. See, why is there like random heat sinks like that in there? They have nothing to do. This should be like a project box for just this. Yet, it's not. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, no, that's a... Check it out. There's a blast from the past. My bloody mouse is freezing. There's a blast from the past. Back when I used to sell the microcurrent as a kit. There is the kit for the microcurrent. That's a microcurrent kit. I didn't know I had any of those left. Wow. I used it originally like 12 years ago or something. I used to sell the microcurrent, the original version, as a kit. And yeah, solder it yourself kit. And that was that was the kit of parts. Wow. Hey, there's a couple in here. There's 3 of them. 3 microcurrent kits. Wow. I don't have the blank board. Oh, well, yeah, I probably do have blank boards. 4. There's 4 of them. There's 4 microcurrent kits. Wow. You need to check those caps under that mouse. Wink. Okay. Don't feed the troll. Who's trolling? What? What? At UC Davis in California, that was the first thing they asked my daughter. I'm paying $20,000 a year for that crap. Yeah. Wow. Wow. What's your preferred gender pronoun? Piss off. Jesus. Unbelievable. Bloody identity politics. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's not going to last too much longer. I think it's starting to show signs of having had its run. I don't think. It's the soldering station is just a Pace ADS 220. Can you see that? Yeah, Pace. Oh, sorry, Pace ADS 220. That's it there. Nothing that exciting. Well, it's actually an exciting case. I really like the aluminium case on it. It's really pretty great. Really very nice. And its performance is okay. All right. Oh. Thoughts on lead in soldering fumes. Lead is not in the fumes. When you go like this, well, this is lead-free solder, but when you go like this, and these fumes come off, like that, okay, there is no lead in those fumes. That is rosin flux. That is sap from a tree, rosin, and it is not lead. Lead is a surface thing, so you've got to clean your hands. So as long as you don't go licking your hands, you're fine. Like there is some, the skin's a pretty good barrier actually. That's what the skin's for. So yeah, it's not really a problem. Right. Okay. Well, 2K2s. Geez, I'm hungry. These little pissy 1/8 watt resistors. Anything else you want me to rant on? No one going ballistic in the comments. I think engineers are generally understand the ridiculousness of the identity politics. Oh yeah, you don't want to be, I'm not saying rosin's a good thing to be sucking up. You definitely don't want to be sucking it up, but it's not lead. Going prospecting for minerals, awesome. That'd be fun. Did Dave piss off some EEVblog members? I had lunch with a former EEVblog employee last night. Lunch. I had dinner with a former EEVblog employee who shall remain nameless. Bloody hell. That hurt. Stupid fan. Had lunch with a EEVblog employee. I think I posted a photo on Twitter somewhere of a previous dinner I had with 2 former EEVblog employees. They both work at a very interesting new startup, which I will hopefully get like a demo, like one of the first units or a demo of some hardware shortly. And I think you'll like it. I think it's actually a clever way that they're doing, crude but clever way. I won't even mention crude but clever way that they solved a problem in the consumer space, let's say. Anyway, it's quite interesting. So I hope to present that eventually. There's no more 2K2s on there. Oh yes, there is. I'd buy stock in this startup. What do I think of Bernie Sanders? He's old. He's old. He says some okay stuff, and then he says some stupid stuff, and then, well, wasn't he against open borders, and now he's pro-open borders like all the idiot Democrats? Freaking open borders. Are you shitting me? How stupid are these people? My God. Want to destroy your country? Have open borders. Go for it. Bunch of dickheads. That's why Europe has a big problem. Sweden has a big problem. Lots of European countries. Germany has a big problem. Bunch of dicks, really. And now the Democrats have thrown, the new Democrats have thrown Obama under the bus, because Obama used to be, he had, he was close the borders, build the wall, close the borders, throw out all the illegal immigrants, or the people there illegally. Obama was all for that. He threw out more people than any other president, I think. And they conveniently forget that, and now they're throwing him under a bus. Because the new Democrats are going for all this open border bullshit. What a bunch of idiots. A drone wall. Yeah, why would you throw Obama, regardless of what you think of Obama, he was popular. And still is, and to throw him under the bus is a bad move, bad political move, very bad. Yeah. Okay, if you want to be pro-immigration, yeah, fine, be pro-immigration, but come in the right way, Do you like Arduino? Oh, it has its place. It's okay. I've used it for things. Josem, Dave, until now I've had much respect for you right now, but you're throwing it all away. Have fun soldering and keep politics out. Bugger off, Josem. I'll say whatever I damn well like. You don't leave it, you can leave. If you don't like it, no, I'm not going to stop talking because somebody's offended, doesn't like my opinion. Piss off. Don't like it. You can argue away in the comments. Go ahead. Or, ask me to clarify or do whatever. But, no, don't tell me to shut up. You can piss off. Anyone who tells me to shut up can piss off. I don't have 2K2s. On you, Dave. I'm offended that you're offended. Yeah, seriously, it's my channel. So whatever I damn well like. I don't care if people don't like it. I don't care if people unsubscribe. Couldn't give a rat's. If you ask me a question, I'll answer. I'll give my honest opinion. I don't hide my opinion because it might offend someone. What kind of life is that to live? Seriously. That's just ridiculous. I don't care who you are. Whoop. Yeah, it's no way to live, let me tell you. Don't be afraid to express your opinion. The EEVblog is not a safe space. Damn right. Bugger off. Yes, I talk with Dick Smith a lot. He phones me up all the time. Tricky Dick Smith. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I helped him set up his new YouTube channel, which he hasn't done much with. He's really only released one video on there. He's got 2 videos, but one's an older one. And I helped him set it up. And he, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, he's calling me, wanting to know some... He really wants to know, all the best way to do stuff and the intricate details and stuff like that. Thank you. Dickhead? Richard Head? Respect. Respect for what? My telling people to bugger off? Opinions and all that sort of stuff? Thank you very much. Even if you don't like someone's opinion, who cares? Just, you either, you discuss it reasonably with them, or you just ignore them. Jeez. Yeah, Tricky Dick, he calls me all the time. And he went, I should be, one time he phoned me up and he went, I should be paying you for this. And I go, nah, it's all right. Yeah. Is it true he had a power supply called the Big Dick? Yes, he did have a power supply called the Big Dick. Oh, no. No, there was the... Yes, he had a power supply called... Yes, it was the Big Dick. And he wanted another one called the Mighty Dick. What about abortion? Oh, there we go. There we go. There's a topic. Topic and a half. And, yeah, I think it should be legal. I don't necessarily like it. It's not a good thing. I don't think anyone should like abortion. I don't, it's not a good thing, but I realize it's a necessary thing. And, yeah, I'm pro-choice in that aspect. It's not, yeah, it doesn't mean I like it. You don't have to like something to support it. To be, to think that it should be, it's I don't like weed, for example. I'd never smoke the stuff, right? But if your cigarette's illegal, why isn't weed legal or something? Just stuff like that, right? Alcohol's legal. All these drugs are legal. And they're taxed to buggery, Oh, Laura Wan, I thought I did a video on Laura Wan. But no, it didn't work in Australia. They had to the people who were into making this box that I've got a Laura Wan box. They had to do custom firmware to make it work here in Australia. They very kindly offered to come out and do it for me. The little dick warwart. Oh, respect for not being afraid to express yourself. So thank you very much, Richard. Yeah, no. That's no way to live your life. If you're afraid to lose your job or your friends or whatever it is because of your opinions, then seriously, that's no way to live your life. Get out of that. Just say what you think, and things happen the way things happen. Whatever. The problem should not be your opinion. The problem is never with somebody's opinion. The problem is with how people react to that opinion. And that's the problem. Instead of solar powered soldering iron. Thank you very much, Mississippi Wildlife. Yeah, alcohol kills a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah, I do like air crash investigations. Yeah. Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah. Dave has logical opinions. I'm surprised the internet hasn't tarred and feathered him. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked into the news about the fire in the Amazon. I've heard things about it. I haven't had a chance to look at it. Doesn't sound good. Okay, if we go in there, how about gun ownership? Oh, gun ownership. I like living in Australia. Let's put it that way. I like... Actually, you know, we have very strict gun laws, but there are a lot of guns here. There are a lot of guns here. But we don't have the gun culture. And that I could go get a gun, right? But I can't just go to a shop and buy it, right? I've got to get a background check. I've got to get a thorough police check. And then you've got to keep it locked up. You've got to keep the ammunition locked separately. So you've got to have safe. You're not allowed to carry it. You can't use it for self-defense. That's not a reason to own a gun. You know, we have very sensible laws. But there are a lot of guns here. Just in my suburb, I think there's like 5,000 guns. I looked at the stats. There's a lot. But you can walk the streets at, like, you can get robbed. You know, you can walk the streets at night and you don't have to worry about someone mugging you with a gun. Like, you can work at a service station. You don't really have to worry about somebody who's going to hold up the service station with a gun. It's just, like, you know, it's just not something that we worry about here. You know, if somebody comes up, you know, if somebody's like, yeah, if you walk in the dark streets, you don't have to be afraid that somebody, oh, they might be carrying a gun. No, nobody's carrying a gun here. It's just something that we don't have to worry about. And America so far is... America, I don't think they can get there. It's just so ingrained in your culture. And it was like here, you know, we had the Port Arthur massacre, right? I'm hungry. I should be back. Yes, he's back. Right. And like we had the Port Arthur massacre in Tasmania. At the time, the biggest single mass shooting in history. It was the biggest for like 20 years or something. And right after that, John Howard, as much as you want to say about little Johnny, Mr. Sheen, he went, right, we're banning all these automatic, you know, semi-automatic weapons. We're banning like hundreds of different types of weapons. We just banned them, and everyone just went, yeah, sounds sensible. And so we handed all our guns back. Everyone just, you know, there were a few people who kicked up a stink, but like nobody went out and shot anyone, right? Nobody, although John Howard did famously, very famously, our Prime Minister wore a bulletproof vest to, like, just after he made the announcement, he was doing like a speech at a public place, and the federal police or something must have talked him into wearing this bulletproof vest, and you could see it when he raised his arm, you could see, and it made the front page news. It was hilarious. And of course, you know, people don't care enough to shoot somebody for, you know, it's just ridiculous. And anyway, we you know, a few people complained, but I paid, I think it was like 0.5%. It was an additional one-off tax. I think it was 0.5%, don't quote me, it could have been 1%. So at your yearly tax return, we paid an extra percent. I think it was like $300. It was itemized on my tax return at the time, and it said, you've paid $300 or something for the gun buyback scheme. And we bought all these guns back, we paid to buy them all back, and then we just destroyed them all. There's big photos of piles of tens of thousands of guns just being destroyed. And, you know, and it's a good thing. And now there's talk about we want to, you know, make our gun laws, you know, more lenient. Insane. We've gone through, you know, the hard part of getting people to hand back all their guns. We should tighten them even further. It's just ridiculous. To even think that we should go back in the other direction. It's just madness. You know. It's just, anyway, that's guns. Americans cannot fathom a country where you can walk the streets at night and not have to worry about somebody having a gun. Like they just can't they just can't visualize it, and I feel sorry for them. They can't. And it does actually work, but I'm not sure it will work for America. I'm not saying that, but you know, they could be too far gone. Although, you know, I don't think you're too far gone to start introducing sensible gun laws. It'll take generations. It's a generational change thing. No more resistors. Yeah, you can't just expect to do it overnight. I mean, we didn't do it. Well, we kind of sort of did it overnight. Howard just made the announcement. Right, we're banning all these guns. We're buying, hand them in. You've got 3 months to hand them in or whatever, and we'll pay you for them, and then we'll scrap them. And if you don't like it, tough titties. And everyone in Australia just went, sounds like a good idea. You know, why do these people need these automatic weapons, these semi-automatic, you know, weapons and whatnot? It's just, yeah, we had no problems. We had no problems at all with that. So, nobody went feral. There was not a single gun owner in the country that went feral and decided, oh, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to show you and I'm going to shoot up the place or whatever in protest. No, everyone handed their guns back and it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. All right. So needless to say, all the Yanks are all going ballistic in the comments. So yeah, and the thing is too, I can't believe this is not a thing in the US. Like, you know, because it's your constitutional right to own a gun. It's like here, if you're a gun owner, you cannot get if you do anything wrong, like if you assault someone or if you do anything at all, then the police, you'll be automatically flagged. Aha. Right, you've done something wrong, you own a gun, they actually come and they take it away from you. You're not allowed to own it anymore. It's a privilege here in Australia, it's not a right. So, and like I said, I could go out and buy a gun, right? I could go out and own one. But, like, you know, it's like, virtually no one does. You don't, you know, seriously, like, I can't recall. Like, if somebody was, like, in Sydney, for example, at night, was mugged at gunpoint, that'd be national news. That'd be news all across the country, seriously. But that happens how many times in the US, right? If somebody gets killed with a gun here, it's national news. It is, what, you know, 6 o'clock national news coverage, someone was shot, right? And it's never just a random person on the street because of, you know, some road rager or something, right? Or somebody mugging and got mugged and they, you know, mugged at gunpoint and they got shot because they resisted. It never happens here. It just doesn't happen. It's always like drug gang members or something, bikies killing each other or, you know, something like that. Yeah, seriously, a single shooting would make the 6 o'clock news here. Really. It's a totally different world. Totally different world to America. What are you supposed to do with a gun in Australia? I don't know. Shoot kangaroos? It's a sport here. You know. All right. I'm sure you do have shooting just on the news, Seabass, but you have so many of them that it's like, you know. There are many trees and some forests in your country too, aren't there? Yeah. Yeah. We've got lots of forest. What, you think it's all desert here? America! F yeah! I've lost half my audience. They're all going to unsubscribe. Communism is far more effective. What? Speak with a southern accent. Can't speak with a southern accent. Anyway, geez. Oh, look, it's 1:30. I'm going to How long have I been going for? I might call it quits. Like, I'm not going to get this powered up. I've got to go find these resistors because I don't have these, so I have to get those out of kit. I didn't order those. Yeah, I think I got those. A couple of more caps, crystal. U6. What's U6? Okay. Oh, is that like a... Oh, is that like a... What is U6? I can't remember what U6 is. Little 3-pin jobby. It isn't a tranny. Is it a... It's not a voltage reference. Is it like a reset... It could be like a reset chip, power on reset or something? I don't know. Don't know. Do you also agree with your government forcing ISP to monitor everything you ever do online in excruciating detail? No, I don't. Of course I don't. No, I'm pro liberty, you know, in that respect. No, the government should not be tracking us. It's disgusting. Because Telstra blocked BitChute because of the New Zealand massacre, they blocked BitChute, and so I went, screw you, I'm taking my business elsewhere. So, yep, nah, screw them. And oh, that wasn't government policy, that was just Telstra being Telstra, you know, virtue signalling. And yeah, no, it's no, they should not be tracking us. Should be court order only to track someone. Yep, and they shouldn't be blocking websites. Nope, I don't care. But it's to protect against pedophilia. How can you? You're pro pedophilia if you're against blocking ISPs. Piss off. Like, yeah. I don't know if it's a voltage regulator. I don't know why you'd put a voltage. I don't remember it having a voltage regulator because it's all 5-volt TTL. So I think it's like a. It's not a transistor. There's no reason they need a transistor for something. Don't know. I forget. What's my favourite electronics YouTube channel? Goodness, I don't watch too many electronics YouTube channels. I watch other stuff on YouTube. I don't, you know, like I'll occasionally watch other videos if they pop up, and I subscribe to a lot, but I don't watch every video. There's no channel that I watch every video from. It's only if they, thank you very much, Kamots Talks Tech. Sounds like a channel. You have a 121 GW. You really like it. Thank you very much. 3 things I learned from life. What's for lunch? I don't know. I have to go out and get something. High CPU usage detected. You may experience performance issues. The update rate's still good. No, 25% GPU usage, 83% CPU, 88% CPU. What if I move my mouse? Does it use more? It does jump up. 3 things I've learned from life. Oh, geez. Never be afraid of, well, we've already discussed it. Never be afraid to express your opinion on something. If you never live in fear of anything, never live in fear of losing your job, that's no way to live. Work your way out of that being a problem. There's many ways to work your, I can understand, you need your job or whatnot, but work your way out of being, never be afraid to lose your job, ever. Your rants are consuming CPU. Photonic induction's coming back. Yeah, look, I don't know. I'd have to sit and think for 10 minutes to come up with like a top 3 lessons of life or whatever I've learned. Never be afraid to express your opinion. Never live in fear of losing your job or anything else, of losing anything. And do it, and do stuff you enjoy. Never do anything you don't enjoy, I guess. But there's many things. There's many things. Right. I'm not actively using PIC micros, but I haven't given up on them. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go, guys, because I'm hungry. Never let your wife meet your girlfriend. There's no one best PIC microcontroller. They've got hundreds and hundreds of them. It's like, you know, and it's pretty seamless to move between them, so you just pick the best one for the job. When is Huxley? Huxley's not going to solder for a couple of years. I don't agree with letting like a, you know, another 4-year-old. It's no, you know, there's no reason to have a 4-year-old soldering. Have I seen a great white? No. Anyway, Sagan's doing well. Yep. Anyway, I think I'm going to go, guys. I think I'm done. Yes, I like STM32. Yep. I think I've seen a funnel web. Yeah, I've seen funnel webs. Seen a funnel web at home. No worries. Thank you, Monty Python. Keep doing what drives you. Yes, I agree. What's the other channel? Patreon, EEVblog 2. It's my other channel. EEV Discover is another one. Anyway, look, I'm hungry. I'm going. And I'm not going to leave the stream running, so... Anyway, it's under the 2-hour limit. It processes straight away, too. So, alright, thank you everyone for joining me. Catch you next time. I don't think I'll... My mouse is frozen again, I swear. I don't think I'll do another soldering video, finish this. I'll just finish it, and then you'll see the EMC video eventually. See ya.